Every murder leaves behind two stories, the one we're told, and the one that's buried beneath the noise. Some cases end with justice, some with silence. But then there are a few that haunt an entire nation, where every truth sounds like a lie, and every lie feels disturbingly real. This is one of those stories. It was a quiet night in Noida. Inside a comfortable home, a family slept peacefully, or so it seemed. By morning, that peace was gone forever. 14-year-old Aarushi Talwar, bright, cheerful, and loved, was found dead in her own bedroom. Her throat slit with surgical precision, her door locked from the inside. Panic spread, neighbors gathered, and the police arrived, searching for answers in a house that had none. Who could have done this? There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, no screams heard. And just when investigators thought they had their lead, the story turned darker. A day later, another body was discovered, on the terrace of the same house. The missing man everyone was looking for was dead too. 2 murders, 1 home, and 1,000 unanswered questions. What really happened inside that house on the night of May 15th, 2008? The Talwar residents in Noida were supposed to wake up to an ordinary school day, but instead, the house echoed with screams. Around 6 a.m., Nupur Talwar walked to her daughter's room. The door was locked from inside. She knocked. No answer. Rajesh Talwar fetched the keys, and what they saw next would scar them for life. Aarushi lay motionless on her bed, covered with a white sheet soaked in blood. Her throat had been slit with uncanny precision, almost as if by someone who understood anatomy. The family's world collapsed in that instant. Within hours, neighbors gathered, police were called, and the house filled with strangers, reporters, officers, and curious onlookers. The police sealed nothing. Evidence was touched, moved, and even photographed by locals. Cups, bottles, fingerprints. Everything that could have revealed the truth was slowly wiped away. The investigators had one theory. The missing domestic help, Hemraj Banjada, had murdered Aarushi and escaped. Photos of him were circulated, and a manhunt began. But as day turned to night, cracks began to appear in that theory. Bloodstains led towards the terrace, yet the door to the terrace remained locked. No one tried to open it. The next morning, a neighbor noticed a faint stench rising from above. When police finally forced the terrace door open, the scene froze everyone in disbelief. Lying there was Hemraj, dead, decomposed, and brutally beaten. The man they were chasing had been there all along. 2 murders, 2 victims, 1 house. And suddenly, every assumption fell apart. With 2 bodies discovered under the same roof, the case had turned into a national obsession overnight. The police, under immense pressure, rushed to find answers. And perhaps too quickly, they thought they already had them. Their first theory was simple. Hemraj had killed Aarushi, and someone had killed Hemraj in revenge. But the timeline didn't add up. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, no weapon, no robbery. The crime seemed personal, almost planned. As reporters crowded outside the Talwar home, every movement of the family was being filmed, dissected, and judged on live television. Within days, the investigation took a shocking turn. The Noida police announced they suspected Aarushi's own parents. The reason? They claimed the murders were a result of an honor killing. That Aarushi had been found in an objectionable position with Hemraj, and in a fit of rage, her father killed them both. The statement spread like wildfire. Headlines screamed betrayal, talk shows debated morality, and the Talwars, both doctors, became villains overnight. But there was no solid proof, no DNA match, no murder weapon, and and no confession. Still, the damage was done. Weeks later, the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, took over the case, hoping to cut through the chaos the local police had created. When the CBI took over, hope returned. Maybe now, the truth would finally come out. But instead, what followed was another storm of contradictions. The first CBI team, led by Arun Kumar, dismissed the police's theory of the parents being the killers. Their findings pointed toward 3 domestic helpers, Hemraj's friends, Krishna, Rajkumar, and Vijay Mandal. The theory was brutal but simple: a night of drinking, a fight, a sexual assault, and 2 murders to hide the crime. But before they could prove it, the case was handed to a second CBI team, and that changed everything again. The new team rejected the servant theory and circled back to the Talwars. They claimed there was no evidence of an outsider entering the house, that the crime scene looked too clean, and that the precision of the wounds could only be explained if the killer had medical knowledge. Once again, the parents were accused, this time officially. In 2011, the CBI filed a closure report, admitting they had no conclusive evidence. But the court refused to close the case. It ordered that the Talwars should stand trial. What followed was one of the most watched and debated trials in India's history. Every witness statement, every forensic detail, every motive questioned, twisted, and televised. In 2013, after 5 years of speculation and public scrutiny, the court pronounced its verdict. Dr. Rajesh and Dr. Nupur Talwar, guilty of murdering their own daughter and servant. The nation was divided. Some saw justice, others saw injustice. The Talwars were sentenced to life imprisonment, but they never stopped claiming innocence. 4 years later, in 2017, the Allahabad High Court overturned the verdict, stating that there was no clear proof against them. The court declared, "The evidence is weak, and the benefit of doubt must go to the accused." After nearly a decade, the Talwars walked free, but freedom did not bring peace. The real killer of Aarushi Talwar and Hemraj remains unknown to this day. The case that began as a double murder had become something far greater, a mirror reflecting our justice system, our media, and our obsession with blame. And somewhere within that chaos, a 14-year-old girl's voice was lost. Aarushi Talwar, loved, bright, and gone too soon. The truth died the same night she did.